4-day weekend starts now. Welcome everyone. Hope everyone's having a great day. Thanks for jumping on today. A little earlier stream than normal, but hey. We'll watch a little bit of fighting going on here while we chat. Car, good to see you. First one in the chat. Alpha, Lelouch, Lee. Welcome. Oh, it's a crazy week at work, right? It's only a 3-day work week, but everybody tries to pack 5 days of work into 3 days. It's just insane. Bloody Madness, good to see you, my friend. Hopefully you are doing well. So this KvK with 2605, it looks like 2605 is done been pushed out of Kingsland. They've got forts burning by the level 8 passes, and it looks like they're fighting up by this level 7 pass. So we will just kind of watch this a little bit while we're chatting. What's up, Captain? Good to see you as well. Yeah, and well, yes and no, right? So tomorrow's Thanksgiving here in the States, so we got to drive to my parents' house. Hour and a half drive. Eat, watch the football game, then drive home. And then Friday is when my wife generally puts up all the Christmas decorations the day after Thanksgiving. So sometimes she asks for help with it, sometimes she doesn't. So we'll see this year. I've got all my Christmas shopping done already for the kids. The last of the Amazon packages should be delivered today or tomorrow. Excuse me, today or Friday. Just got to do a little bit of Christmas shopping here and there for everyone else. So Black Friday, we stay the hell in the house. We do not go anywhere. You know, we might check out Amazon, see if there are any good deals on electronics, motherboards, processors. 75-inch flat screen TVs are super cheap right now. But I don't have space for that upstairs. It would have to go in the basement. Nobody's ever in the basement anyway, so who knows. Yeah, I fell asleep during that game, and I woke up and saw the end, and Valdez Scantling was apologizing for dropping a pass, and I mean, doesn't Kansas City lead the league in drop passes? They gotta get some new stickum for those receivers, I guess. Hey, Benji. So yeah, today my wife is making a banana pudding to take to Thanksgiving. We always bring the pies. She does a corn au gratin. And then there's turkey and green bean casserole and stuffing and ham and, you know, all the fixins. 55-inch Google TV for $99. That's a steal. I think I paid like $700 or $800 for the 55-inch that we have in the basement. That was probably 5 or 6 years ago. So did you all see the KvK? It's all over Facebook, right? In the fire camp, we've got 1365. In the earth camp, we've got 2489. In the wind camp, we've got 1846. In the water camp, we've got Mimi in 1175. We've got 1188, the 2489 killers from last KvK, and 1079. So we're looking at 47.5 billion camp power and fire. Only 26.3 in earth, so 2489 is yikes. Wind camp 37.2, water camp 56.3, and whoever put this together and put it on Facebook, thank you. If I knew who did this, I would certainly give you credit. So I mean, kill points. I don't see kill points on here, but it is what it is. If only 93 queued up too. I just wonder who's going to be allies in this KvK, right? My understanding is Wind doesn't want to ally with Earth. Fire doesn't want to ally with Earth. I think 1188's all pissed off because they got thrown in this KvK with these big guys again, or they've got other kingdoms in their camp, 2 other kingdoms in their camp. And somebody told me that 2489 needs to do a recovery KvK. So I don't know. Some people were saying, top versus bottom, fire and earth against wind and water. I heard other people saying right side versus left side. So I guess time will tell. I have not seen allies announced on Facebook yet, but this will be the next KvK to watch, I think, right? What do you guys think? Who should go against who? And we'll put the graphic up again just so you can see it. What would be your thoughts on a fair matchup for that KvK? In my opinion, Leloch says 1365 and 2489 would be a fair matchup. Top versus bottom makes the most sense. 2489 had more than a month of farming. And how much do they really farm? I mean, is it them farming or is it the resource sellers that had to farm? Right? Alloys is saying 365 players are all still really low power with no speed ups or resources. It made no sense to sign up. Have you heard anything on have you heard anything on alloys yet, allies? Have you heard anything on allies yet, alloys? And who knows how much of the stuff that I read on Facebook is true about a recovered KvK or about who likes who or who doesn't want to team with who, but either way, it's going to be an interesting KvK. I mean, 1188 and 2489 were in the same KvK, right? So what, one of them is ready to go, the other isn't? I mean, God only knows. God only knows. Big Ed in the house. John says no recovery KvK for 2049, but after KvK finishes, they'll merge with CG and VC to become a One Alliance kingdom. That's interesting. Alloys, you have that free-to-play god now. You should be fine. Shots fired there, Alpha. The other thing I wanted to touch on today is the iconic equipment preview email, right? After the next update, with the exception of gathering equipment and trial of the Lost Kingdom weapon, all legendary quality equipment can be made iconic. Iconic equipment will be divided into 5 upgradable tiers. All start at tier 1. The items required to upgrade a piece of equipment to the next iconic tier will depend on its type and which tier it's being upgraded to. Upgrading iconics will mainly cost iconic crystals. Rip to your iconic crystals. While subsequent tiers will mainly cost equipment blueprints and equipment materials. Not much yet, Gumbo. Good afternoon. Light, good afternoon. Or evening. I guess you're in Australia. After a piece of equipment is upgraded to the next iconic tier, it will inherit its previous refinement level and special talent. It will also gain a bonus to its attributes. Have you decided where you're going yet, Alloys? Equipment set effects will not be affected when upgrading. Your kingdom must be in Season 1. We plan to add this in December, mid-December. I don't know. So if you remember back 6-8 months ago, right, they announced new equipment coming out. And people freaked the hell out about new equipment coming out. You know, it makes all of our existing equipment garbage then. We're going to have to dismantle it. What about the iconics we put on existing equipment? Do we get those back? So they came up with this tier level instead. So, I mean, it's better than what they originally proposed. Is it ideal for a lot of players? No, it's not. It's going to be your rally leads. It's going to be your garrison captains. You know, it's going to be mainly those players that are going to be focused on getting those levels. Right. Once you crit and put an iconic on it, it's then available to be upgraded to these new levels. What's up, David? Daveski? Alloys, I'm done asking you to come to 1029. You know the door is open if you ever want to come here. Yep, it is noon here too. I got done with work at 10 a.m. today. My boss was nice. She let us all off a couple of hours early, but I had to wait around for FedEx to show up. I got a new work laptop today. I'm not even touching that thing till Monday morning. So what do you think? Equipment levels, yay or nay? Yeah, and that's, you know, Apocalypse and I were talking about this yesterday on his stream as well, right? If they're going to do this, and apparently there are, mid-December is when they say they're releasing this, they got to make blueprints easier to get. They got to make materials more abundant, right? If it's going to cost blueprints and materials to upgrade this stuff, Tier 1, Tier 2, Tier 5, etc., they got to have more events that give us the materials that we need, that give us the blueprints that we need. You know, not every single player in the game is out here buying the geared up bundle or every week maxing either Holy Knight's Treasure, the egg event, or, you know, doing the archaeological dig until they run out of hammers and can't buy anymore. You know, so in these other events, you know, like the Spreading Civilization event, they got to give us more than just a freaking blue equipment chest. You know, I mean, okay, so you get some greens and a blue. Let's maybe upgrade these. Make these purple ones. You know, make this one a legendary one. You know, a strategic reserve. You know, give us some equipment chests in here. Give us some materials chests in here. Something. So hopefully they have taken all of that into consideration and it's not simply just a money grab. But history tells us it's a money grab. Maybe one day I want to try a One Big Alliance Kingdom first. Fair enough. Fair enough. I would agree, Gumbo. They're probably going to roll this out and get people really pissed off and really steamed up and before they do any sort of changes. Right? I mean, if we look at my blueprints even, I mean, I've got quite a few blueprints in here. My problem is materials. You know, and the ability to get the actual blueprints that I want. Right now I need archer shoes, and I can't seem to get those for the life of me. That's a good idea as well. Make that blacksmith upgradable. You know, even if it's only levels 1 through 5. Make it cost. I don't know anyone. Well, I shouldn't say that. There are, I'm sure, lots of new players, right? Resource, is it in resources? Where the hell is it? Maybe I traded them all in. Here. Yeah, books and arrows. You've got Sage's testimony for upgrading the armament stuff. So maybe something like that would work. You get more blueprints then, or you cycle through them quicker when you're making materials in the blacksmith shop. That's an excellent idea. Maybe listen to the community for once, Alpha says. Well, apparently they did. That was at one of the developers' roundtables, right? I don't know who was there participating, but Archer Tower putting in some work here. Nobody's touching it. There comes someone to take it out. So I don't know. I mean, I'm cautiously optimistic, as with any update and any announcement that they are very vague about. It's kind of a wait and see approach with me. Precisely, Dave. Yeah. Make sure if you're doing a roundtable and you're soliciting opinions, you're getting opinions of the Krakens, of the whales, of the mid spenders, of the low spenders, and the free to play players. Make sure there's equal representation there. I would say there's a fair number more low spenders than there are high spenders and Krakens. That said, though, I'm sure the bulk of the money that they make is from those Krakens, from those high spenders that are buying everything on a weekly basis. I mean, Lord knows I spent my fair share on this game. And I said this on Apo's stream yesterday too. Sometimes it seems like they do this stuff on purpose. They tell us about an update where there's brand new equipment coming out and everybody gets pissed off. Then they say, okay, scratch that idea. We're listening to the community. And then they're announcing these tier levels. So, I used the analogy yesterday. Okay, I work in a restaurant. I manage a restaurant, maybe. Well, I used to. And we're going to be open for Thanksgiving. I tell all my employees they're required to work on Thanksgiving Day or on Christmas Day. They get all pissed off. Okay. I'm listening to you. I understand that it's an inconvenience. So instead of working an 8-hour shift on Christmas Day, I'm only requiring everybody to work a 3-hour shift on Christmas Day. They're not going to be as pissed off, right? They're still going to be upset, but they're not going to be as angry. So maybe they do that on purpose. Maybe that's all part of their marketing strategy. Who knows? Aloys is a streamer now. I think the equipment right now is fine. I agree. The problem is that you have the Krakens and you have the whales, the big time spenders that spend all the money that are probably not spending much money at the present time on those geared up bundles. Right? They've got everything crit. They've got everything iconic. So I think a lot of it is financial. I understand to keep the game moving forward, you constantly have to evolve the game. My whole issue with the thing is basically you're making it damn near impossible for a new player to start playing this game and pick up everything and get to a certain level that they would like to get to before they enter their Season of Conquest KvKs. I mean, you're slamming KvKs so quickly at New Kingdoms now. It's got to be really, really hard for a new player. I mean, my advice to new players would be start playing the game. If you enjoy the game, instead of spending money and leveling up that brand new commander, that brand new city, there are accounts for sale all over the place. Just go buy one. I'm going to use that with my wife. I spent $200K on a video game, then walk it back to $1,500 per KvK and see if that works. Yeah, and didn't they nerf barb chaining? You can't pull a 12-inch anymore and spawn barbs right outside of your city like you used to do all the time. I mean, they're definitely making it harder for the free-to-play players who grind to accomplish anything, and it's damn near impossible for a casual player who's free-to-play to do much of anything at all. I mean, if you're a casual player and you're free-to-play and you log on, maybe play 2 hours a day, 3 hours a day at the most, you're not going to get very far in this game. So again, I would say if you're a new player and you're enjoying the game, you like the game mechanics, don't invest a ton of money up front. Instead, buy an account. You know, migrate it to the kingdom you want to migrate it to. You can find solid accounts now for around $500. You can find really nice accounts now for around $2,000. You know, and as a brand new player, you can drop $500 in a month easy. Just trying to get Minamoto maxed. Buy an account instead. That's why I need to be in an alliance that gives 6 gold chests a day minimum. Nah, we get probably 6 a week. Well, and right after armaments too, right? Everybody's using wedge formation. I mean, look at all these wedge formations on the field here. Everybody's using wedge formation, so everybody bought the bundles and opened them for wedge formation. Now we get smite damage, so everybody's buying the bundles and open them for arch formation, including myself. Vigolicious, thank you for the subscription. That reminds me, guys, if you're not subscribed, smash that subscribe button now, please. I greatly appreciate it. Also, if you haven't liked the stream already, we've got 50 people watching and 30 likes already, so y'all are crushing it, but if you haven't liked the stream, I'd appreciate a thumbs up there as well. Helps my videos. Okay, so my live streams, I don't do many videos because I hate editing videos. Get in front of more people. There's already enough content creators out there that do the commander tier videos and the who's got the most power type videos that, yeah, I just like hopping on and doing a live stream and chatting with you guys. Triple X, good afternoon. You know, and if you guys have watched me at all, you know I'm not going to sugarcoat things. I'm going to tell it like it is. I'm going to give my honest opinion about things, right? I am what they call an apprentice content creator for Rise of Kingdoms, but that gets me absolutely nothing other than some free graphics. You know, so, and even if they were paying me, right, I would still give my honest opinion. That's just who I am. No, Lambo does not dance. I will dance at weddings with my wife. Slow dance. I danced at my own wedding with my wife. When my daughter or my kids get married, I will dance at their wedding. Not like slow dance. I can slow dance. I don't do the tango. I don't do the worm. I don't do the electric slide. No, I don't do any of that. But yeah, gold chest here, maybe 6 a week, maybe. So if you're interested in coming to 29 because you think you're going to get gold chest, no, this ain't the place. You know, Mountain Warfare bundles. We have a fair number of people that buy Mountain Warfare bundles when those pop up. But when we're in off season, it's maybe a geared up here and there from somebody. It's maybe the armaments bundle full purchase from somebody. You know, every now and then I call the ancients. It's not crazy here. One day, 5 hours, 40 minutes left in our KvK. Then we can start accepting migrants from the KvK, and then 3 days after that, hopefully we can bring in those 20 folks who are coming in. Yeah, fair enough, Fabio. Right? You know, if you can upgrade a rifle of the Hellish Wasteland to tier 5, what's to make people then get Sacred Dominion? Do I dance the hoedown, throwdown? No, sir. No, sir. We tried square dancing back in the day, but yeah, I you know, honestly, guys, I got no rhythm. I got 2 left feet. That's why I really didn't play sports in high school either. I'd end up tripping over my own 2 feet. Yeah, 20 people everywhere from 50 million power to 130 million power coming to the kingdom. You got your, 500,000 kill point players and your 7 billion kill point power players, and I still got 3 or 4 people I got to talk to yet as well. So, we had some people commit and then back out, but that's par for the course. Twerks. My twerking lasts all of 32 seconds unless I take the little blue pill. What's up, Clap? Lambo twerking. My wife will get a kick out of that one. Let's see, we were running some barb forts today. Probably did about 30 barb forts already today. I don't know. What am I going to upgrade? We're going to for sure look at Nevsky, right? Because I've got everything done on Nevsky. Except for the ring and the horn. We're going to for sure look at Archer stuff because I am the Archer rally guy in this kingdom. I do not have the KvK helmet or the KvK weapon. I haven't made those. I think this set is very, very well balanced as it stands, and have never had a problem rallying with archers. My infantry set is nothing to write home about. It's all iconic, it's all crit, but it's not. We've got the gloves over here that is not quote unquote meta. But we'll have to think about that if we're doing a garrison. No KvK helmet, no KvK weapon there either. Yafi's got better equipment here than I do. I think he's got a procced hammer and a procced KvK helmet. I could be mistaken, though. So we'll see. We'll see. I'll probably go for archers first, just because others will do cavalry first. I doubt that, Dave. Right now we're at 4.7 billion in this alliance, right? If I look at all the alliances in the kingdom. How do we do that again? Is that over here? Is it going to give me Lost Kingdom stuff, though? No, it's not. Why do I keep clicking on setting? No, it's not achievements either. Come on, Lambo, get with it. 4, 5, 6, 7. I mean, we got some bigger farms in LPK that are going to go to the cloud after 30 days. Same with PK farms. I've got another 100 million power player that's looking to get rid of his account. Who knows if the new guy will stay here or not. Got another 100 million power player that we're going to speak to about his performance in KvK. We'll see what happens there. But basically our plan is once we get all our troops back, I've asked everyone to delete all but 100,000 sieges. You know, you can have as many T1s as you want, T1 sieges for gathering. Ideally, just have enough to gather the higher level nodes. And delete, go down to only 100,000 T4, T5 sieges. So that's going to reduce power a little bit. Ask people to stop training on their farms. You know, you don't need 3 million troops on your farms. 4 million troops on your farms. That's just not needed. You know, we've got enough farms here. People with higher powered farms, I'm having some conversations with them individually, and I know several of mine I'm going to let go to the cloud. And then once we get done with the matchmaking process in the KvK matchmaking, then we'll resurrect them and bring them out of the cloud so that we can use them in KvK to fill flags and fill rallies. So the thing with C and D kingdoms these days is you get a lot of people migrating back from A seeds, from B seeds, that are still playing like they're in an A seed or a B seed. So a lot of these C and D kingdoms are doing that already. You know, they're letting big accounts go to the cloud so they get better matchmaking in KvK. So either we evolve and we change with the times, or we're going to get stuck with very hard KvKs like this last one every single time. And I got nothing against a hard KvK, but you know, if others are manipulating the matchmaking, then it's something that we have to look at and do as well. Spoilers on the newcomers. I cannot announce specific names until I am absolutely certain that they have told their king and their kingdom that they are leaving. So, several names that you already know. I will say that. What's up, Ralph? You know, migration. You know, being a recruiter is hard. It's hard to say no to people. It really, really is. You know, but I think we got a good group coming in, mature players who are not drama queens, who know the game, and that's huge, right? You know, you can bring in 100 players who absolutely have no clue how to play the game, but to find a group of solid 20, 23 players that know how the game is played, that understand how the game is played, that you don't have to explain things to, what troops to swarm a flag with, etc. That's huge. That's going to let us just, you know, get a jump start on things in our next KvK. It's 100% Black Panther. You know, if Panther wants to come here, I'm not opposed to it. There will be no zig stealing from allies in this kingdom, though. Still should let me bring an account. I'd buy one ASAP. We'd have to hit opposite KvKs then, Gumbo. You know, I thought we were trying to arrange it where we ally in a KvK here. You know, we'd have to hit opposite KvKs then, all the time. And I've already probably had a half a dozen people reach out to me and say, we want to ally with you. When are you going into your next KvK? And it's like, come on, we're not even done with this KvK yet. You know, our plan is to max skip, let the migrants get their feet under them. You know, let them get resources. If they're ready to go after 2 skips, well, maybe we'll go into the 3rd one. You know, we'll have to see. The Zig stealing is probably the only reason he'd come. Yeah, I don't think he's got any desire to play in a low seed kingdom. But our goal is to play the next KvK as a D seed, make sure all the migrants are working out. I don't have any doubt that they will, but, you know, just in case, right? Better to plan for the worst and hope for the best. Make sure all the migrants are working out, everything is going along hunky-dory, and then maybe after the next KvK, we recruit another 10, 15, 20 players and pop back up to C seed. I really like the fights we get in C seed. I do. Many of us do. I'm ready, just need more speed. I start chaining those barbs, Yafi. I haven't seen you running forts today. Yami. Sorry, Yami. I haven't seen you running forts today. I probably did 30 or 40 forts already today on 5 separate accounts. No, since MF left, we haven't had a need for resource sellers. But I do have one guy in the kingdom that will fire it all up again. All I got to do is give him the word. So, Light Angel, Caradum was pretty much AFK for the first zone that opened. Right? But the second zone that opened, he was on voice with us. And I told him, he was 170 million power. And I told him, I'm like, dude, the rest of us are down around 100, 110, 118. I need you swarming absolutely everything. So to his credit, when we were fighting in Kingsland, he was there for 8 hours or so. And Lambo, can I swarm now? Can I swarm now? Can I swarm now? It's like, wait for the rally to hit. Wait for the rally to hit. So he lost 7 million troops in Kingsland alone. Then he made the mistake of going offline in another alliance, not on alliance territory, and he got zeroed. So as far as kill points, he didn't get a lot of kill points. But as far as deads, he took 11 million deads this KvK. So we're going to have a talk later. After KvK's over, we all get our troops back. I'm going to see where everyone's at. We're going to have a discussion later. What's up, 800? Oh, that's right. It's strategic reserve. You're probably still doing barbs. You know, he went all out in Kingsland. He swarmed absolutely everything we told him to swarm. You know, the issue is we need that kind of assistance in the first zones as well. You know, so I'm not dropping 7 million troops in the first zone myself, and we have other people there swarming. This is the 2605 KvK that we are watching. They're fighting at the past 7 since they got pushed out of Kingsland. Just something to watch rather than, you know, me farming tiles or doing whatever else. Scipio Lucci is absolutely fantastic. That was one of my better marches on the field with not the best equipment. Right? I mean, this is the equipment I was running on Scipio when I was doing Scipio Lucci. I mean, nothing but the helmet and the blue shield are procced. Well, the purple accessories. And it was doing really, really well for me. And then I was using Guan Sargon, but that did absolutely garbage. And that's with this equipment on Guan, right? Guan Sargon was absolute trash for me. So I did throw Alex behind Guan just because of that extra shield deck he gives, and it seemed to do better. I mean, the only infantry commander that I don't have, legendary infantry, right, is this guy here. You know, so I've got a ton of options, but Guan Alex did work for me. It really did. He's almost done though, 22. Tariq Sargon is a very good rally if you want damage. Tariq Pakal if you want that anti-swarm. Just use Sun Tzu. What did I use in KvK? I used Boudica YSG, Artie Tommy. Gotta have Tommy on the field. Love Tommy. And behind Artie, that self-silence just lets her poison stack longer. Then I used Henry ZL. Started out with ZL Nebu, but that wasn't working very well. So we switched to Henry ZL, and the added benefit to Henry ZL is I didn't have to flip-flop equipment when I needed to rally and only had to recall one march. We used the Guan Alex. We used the Sargon Lucci. We used Nevsky Joan, HQ William, and XY Justinian. I don't think I brought Trajan out once. So rip the leadership gear. I used that on, what's his name? The Garrison guy. Too many commanders. I can't remember all their names. I would put leadership gear on Heracles. Throw him in a fort and we'd fill it up with sieges. That's going to be an entertaining KvK, Late Angel. I'm curious as to who allies will be. Alloys was in here saying that a lot of them in 365 are low on resources and speed up still. I read somewhere that 2489 wants to do a recovery KvK. Read somewhere else that 1365 does not want to team up with 2489. Read somewhere else that 846 does not want to team up with 2489. So, I mean, it'd be interesting to be a fly on the wall during all those Diplo conversations. Yeah, Mehmed's a really solid commander to use on the field. Gives that AoE damage, but the busts that you get from William are hard to beat. Yeah, I mean, again, guys, opinion. I say this all the time. Opinions are like assholes, right? Everybody's got an opinion. What works well for me might not work for others. You might get better results using other commanders. So, there are many people in chat that are much smarter than me. But what I used was working well for me. I was crushing people. Pairings the other day and reports in on Discord, right? I mean, he was using some crazy stuff in the altar fights. Zug Mehmed, for example. He went back to using Khan. You know, so there's a lot of different combinations that you can use based on the situation. Hey, Only Farmer, good to see you. Well, and that's the thing a lot of people have been saying, right? It doesn't matter who 365 is going to ally with in this KvK, they're probably going to win it. But you still got to play the game. Yeah, I would agree with that statement, Carr. About William. I mean, don't count 1188 out. Those guys are freaking crazy fighters. You know, I would still love to see 365 against 1093 in a 1 versus 1. You know, no allies come to help. It's just 1 versus 1 in a single zone. You know, I have those two really big kingdoms face off against each other. You know, like the KvK where it was 19. Well, that was interesting. Sorry about that, guys. I don't know what happened there. All of a sudden, the game asking me to reconnect, and the chat went down, and the stream went down, and minor glitch in the matrix. It's going to be a zone defense for this KvK. I blame Bloody Madness. I don't know. I think it was NordVPN. As soon as I shut that down, everything connected again. Well, and that was this KvK was right. 1302 and their allies were able to push 2605 more during their uptime than 2605 was able to push them during their uptime. What I think, I think that's kind of what 2605 wanted, right? They wanted to get out of Imperium status and be able to recruit come for the next KvK. Three oh two's legit. They always have been. Are they rallying you here, Only Farmer? I'm out to make some bad choices. I used XY Met for a while. I'm in the safe zone. Good. At least I think. Oh, are they rallying this guy again? Yeah, the stream went down for a second. You guys are seeing everything now, right? It looks fine to me on my end. Every now and then when I stream with NordVPN running, it screws something up. $10:02 final zig. Yeah, before I had Honda, it was XY Met. All the vultures that come out to hit the troops marching home from the rally. Yeah, March speed with Honda is hard to beat. I would agree there. We need relics for other commanders first, though, right? We need relics for Ramses. Edward will never get Edward, but unless they absolutely crush it with the second level here, but we need a Ramses relic. We need we need more of those other commanders before they do Honda. All these materials and blueprints are burning a freaking hole in my pocket, though. Is this really, really good for Lucci as Greatest Glory? Really, really good on the Lucci then? 5% attack damage? Or would I be better off making a second drum? I don't have a Vengeance yet either. Probably why I haven't made anything, because I can't decide what to do. I need to get this up to 75 or up to 100. Right there, one more, but blueprints are the problem. Greatest Glory with the ring. No, no fourth archer set. Honestly, I was actually thinking about tearing apart my third archer set. But we're gonna wait at least until we see what the new archers bring. And it just would be painful to dismantle that. Uh-oh, nobody can get through the pass at the moment? What the hell's going on there? Is somebody in pink took the pass? Did they have not have troops in there? What the hell? Yeah, that's the other thing, right? I mean, I have got so many of these amulets or pendants. I mean, I've got 7 of these. So even if it doesn't proc on the first crit, I could easily get that and proc that. And that's what then? 7.5% skill damage? That's huge, isn't it? Well, third archer set, you can always run purple stuff, right? Best value in the game is that purple archer set. Are these guys glitched here? No, it's just the legendary, as I understand it anyway, it's just the legendary crit iconic equipment. So, but yeah, I mean, I'm trying to be patient here. I don't need to make anything right now. We're not doing KvK for a while. And I really want that second archer set done. The way they do armaments though, Big Ed, right, is you can only transmutate the legendary ones. So I don't think that they would even entertain the thought of different levels on the epic equipment. Yeah, dagger might be. I mean, I really like the dagger. That's the first legendary accessory I ever made. But mine's procced for archers already. What's up, Lion? 60 GT is difficult to copy. SW will not be close to them. 60 GT is, I mean, 1960s, 1960, right? It's hard to get that many high spending whales in a single kingdom, in a single alliance. Somebody in chat earlier said that 60 GT, after their next KvK, they're going to go down to be a one alliance kingdom. I like the dagger. That health reduction, that's good on anyone, if you ask me. More pilots, so no downtime. That's always an option. Yeah, I think they've got a lot of players. You know, unlike 60 GT, right? They're different. They're different. You know, I think, and I said this on stream earlier. When Bunny had his farewell stream on Redline's channel, that stream's now gone. I asked him the question: how many of the players going to 2605 were on the chopping block in TR in your kingdom? And Bunny said 50% of the players that went with Chisgull and War Daddy Chad in them over to 2605 would have been cut from 1254. Now, maybe a lot of those players are gone after that first KvK. I know they brought in quite a few whales, right? Fluffy Pony, Peppa Pig, BT Cyborg. They brought in a lot of high-power players. But you need a supporting cast as well. You know, and MF said it all the time, right? As big as I am, as much power as I have, as many pieces of crit equipment as I have, I'm nothing without the team around me. You know, and that's why he would very selflessly not ask for first place in many MGEs, not ask for first place in Gold Head events. You know, because he truly understood that you have to have a supporting cast. If you have a handful of Krakens that do all the fighting, it's all fine and dandy, but if you don't have the players to support them, it's hard for them to do everything. Yeah, Lion Alloys was saying they don't. So I don't know why they went in first pop, but you know, probably to drop power again so they can have people delete more troops and get more migrants into the kingdom. God only knows. Yeah, tomato. Yeah, I mean there's a lot. there's a lot that had to do with 2605 leaving and a lot of people giving less effort than they normally would. HA is, right? You got that first zone, and then it's pretty much quiet until past 7 opens. And then it's only 3 days to Kingsland. So Lion, you got any special strategies for this upcoming Grand Prix battle? I put 100 on 1V just because they're the underdog. Any secret strategy that you want to make us aware of? These are my bets, by the way. I didn't go crazy. I just put some on every single underdog here. Well, these guys were an underdog, I think. Maybe not. These pink guys took the pass again, it looks like. I really don't think they're defending the pass. I think at this point 2605 is just trying to get more kill points however they can. Yeah, bring victory to the international servers. Nobody seems to be garrisoning this pass, so I think everyone's just whoring kill points now. It's fun to watch, though. Thanksgiving event at Reset. Hopefully it's a 7K gem event because I need gold universals big time. What's up, Paul Gaming? Good to see you. Pro gambling tip, always bet on black. Packers Lions on Thursday, Thanksgiving Day game. I don't have I don't have much hope for a win there. Start farming those gems. This guy had Belisarius with sieges. It's like tradition now. I cannot remember a Thanksgiving go by without watching the Lions and the Cowboys. No, but yeah, there were some Thanksgiving Day games where the Lions had hardly any fans in the stadium. I remember quite a few of those. Change the music. This is bad. You don't like the angry music? I prefer this to the electronic EDM, electronic dance music. What OmniArc last night was playing. Oh man, whatever music he was playing last night was putting me to frickin' sleep. Skyrim soundtrack or something like that. Oh my goodness, it was painful. If it's loud, I'll turn it down a little bit, but most people who come in here say they like the music. Can you upgrade non-crit pieces too? That's to be determined yet, I think. It's an iconic tier. You can put iconics on non-crit pieces. All legendary quality equipment can be made iconic. Iconic equipment will be divided into 5 up, so it doesn't say anything about it having to be crit, but I thought they said something like that in the past. So we'll have to see. Change your voice, it's bad. Alright, let me get a voice changer. We'll get a voice changer so I sound like Alvin or one of the Chipmunks, right? Skyrim was a great game, but listening to that music, ugh. Ugh. So this is the playlist, this is the metal playlist from Epidemic Sound, which I have a license for. You'll get a bonus for the crit like you do with the base stats. Okay. So you can upgrade the tier, and if the tier gives you an extra 5% attack damage, if it's crit, that becomes 7.5%. Is that what you're saying, Gubbo? Tash, good to see you. Sorry, reading in Discord here, trying to see if allies have been decided in the KvK yet. I got nothing. So, let me grab this screenshot. We will check it out, Hall Gaming. So I grabbed this from Facebook earlier. Let me just save this other image I have. Add into OBS as well. So this other one has got power and kill points on, so it's looking like 10, 20, 30, 36, 37 billion power, which is the exact same thing as the one on the left has. 2 trillion, 2.3 trillion kill points. 2049, 2.2, 2.3 trillion kill points, 25 billion power. One, two, well, that's almost 3 billion kill points in the wind camp, in the water camp, lower left. And that is definitely 3 billion plus kill points for 1365. Yeah, that's crazy. I don't know how they put all those kingdoms in there. But hey, it is what it is. So if that helps you at all there, Hall. And thank you to whoever posted that stuff in my Discord. If you're not on my Discord, there's a link in the video description. Activity matters greatly, absolutely. But I didn't plan a very long stream today. My wife, I hear the garage door opening. Wife is coming home. There's a few things I need to speak with her about, including what we want to do for dinner tonight and what time we need to leave and plans for tomorrow, if she needs any help making anything for tomorrow. So maybe we'll fire up another stream after dinner tonight. We'll have to see what's going on. I honestly, I kind of want to play some Starfield tonight, so we might just do that instead. But thank you all for jumping on for our early stream today. I appreciate each of you. 73 likes. Y'all kick some butt today. for such a short stream. I appreciate y'all. Good conversation as always. This Saturday, podcast on Beast's channel. We're going to drop a link to Beast in here now. Go subscribe if you're not already subscribed. One of the things we'll be talking about, well, we're going to be talking about this KvK, 2605 KvK. We're going to be talking about that 1365 KvK, the changes to equipment, and whatever else comes up. So thanks, y'all, and we'll see you next time. Everyone have a happy Thanksgiving if I don't see you tonight or tomorrow. And don't eat too much. Go Packers!